The main event starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific time.
We'll finish what we started. Or start what we finished.
Can you hear me?
It's getting real bad. There's all these people in the islands. If we don't go now, they could die. We gotta do something. You talk to the council. I'll go warn them.
We'll meet up again, right?
Of course. I would never leave you behind.
It's just that we left our friends and...
We didn't leave our friends, luckily. We
It has to be this way.
We needed to part ways for just a little bit. But I promise.
Are you okay being alone?
I'm gonna have to be.
It'll help you get it. We'll all be together again.
If anybody can do it, you can.
Now go. It all comes back around.
Trick, this is Trick. If you're getting this, I hope it's tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow and it's today, you're still fucked. But if you do get this, why don't you give me a call back?
Welcome to the CBD.
This could have been your life.
Just know there's nothing fair.
Why don't you look at me? What is going on?
Please just stop.
What is it? Nobody's telling me right now.
I'm Brian Miller somewhere else. I'm Brian Miller somewhere fucking else. I don't give a shit.
You turn into like a shadow monster.
Your
choice. There's always another fucking choice.
Everybody was dead and it was...
It's just you.
So I chose you. Now you know.
Here anymore.
We'll make cupcakes.
We can do this.
Whatever you did, no matter how hard it was to do. Thank you. Welcome to the darkness, my friends. Your eyes will adjust in time.
Love you. Bye.
Ödets vävnad har utlöst sig till något oförutsägbart. Denna aurora sträcker sig längs himmelen och frigör oss från dagens ljus. Lämnar oss vilse i nattens mörka djup. Det sägs att det är en mäktig sträng som förbinder änglarna. även i sin skönhet. Är det en mörk varning? För det sägs att den endast syns innan mörkrets dagar. Världens undergång. Glömskan. Ragnarök.
Hello, Dex.
When were you born? I know you, little one. Your eyes are blue. Your eyes are blue. What do you see? I hear you. Your eyes are green. Whatever you are holding. Does it hurt? You were not this way yesterday. You are not this way now. You are a creation. You are currently creating. You were not born. You were not born. You were molding. You are molding. You are molting. I know you. But do you know me? I hear you. Your eyes are green. Your eyes are blue.
Do you like fresh food delivered right to your door? HelloFresh is a meal kit service that delivers step-by-step recipes and fresh, pre-portioned ingredients right to your door. You can choose from over 30 delicious weekly recipes, carefully put together by their chefs. There are options for carnivores, vegetarians, calorie counters, CR30 monsters, and more. It's a great service for everyone from beginner home-cooked goblins with no kitchen experience to max-level expert chefs who want to save shopping and cooking time. Running a D&D game tonight? Then dinner's off the table. And breakfast just became the most important meal of your day. Well, lucky you, because HelloFresh are giving all subscribers free breakfast for life. That means you'll
Deathless is an improvised cinematic narrative with live production, including music and dialogue. There is no script. This story contains violence, disturbing imagery, adult themes, and a darkness which may leave you doubting who you are. Proceed at your own risk.
Shake me awake, rip me from slumber and fight for me. Shake me awake, rip me from slumber and fight for me. Ache for me, babe. Shout from the depths that you want me to say. Fight for me, fight. I want you to fight for me. Stand up for the things you can't stand to lose, despite what my heart can't feel.
Previously on Deathless. after a harrowing battle with a bunch of scary skeleton guys, our intrepid group of vampires and one, perhaps not a vampire, or perhaps something more, and made their way back to the only place we assumed had not changed since the last time we had been here in Cora's apartment. As some of us discovered, and one of us discovered even more, something was different about this place, but due to the injuries and the conditions, these have not been addressed yet. Gunnar helped Constantine into the bath. I myself did my best to help Cora and discovered more than I had expected. And out in the hallway, two very dangerous men are about to kiss. I'm sorry. Whatever. I don't mean to power game, but you know, we all want it.
I do. I do. I do. So are we gonna start?
Yes.
Are we live?
Yes.
I will say
we're live and on the screen.
Esteban, in a total serious way.
Mm-hmm.
So we must have been in the apartment, and they're fighting outside, which is what actually was happening. So we must have, even while that was going on, I'm assuming Gunnar too, at the very least, must have heard all kinds of stuff going on, and noises and growling and bumping and stuff. So.
Oh yeah. Actually, I didn't consider that you guys may have heard bits of their battle. Their fight outside.
Did we ever say what, like, floor or...
I think third? Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, maybe.
The door was open. I know that much because everybody walked in.
Yeah.
And then, you guys didn't. Yeah. So,
Oh, the door is open too. Okay.
Yep. I can't imagine that you
so
didn't
probably
hear some
when
things.
Gunnar and walks out into the living room and I'm in the hallway and I probably walk out behind him, maybe we notice something. Yeah.
Gunnar just like catches the two of them like, fighting and goes, nope, but I'm going to sleep for the first time in undisclosed amount of time.
Oh yeah, that's right. He slept. Yes. Okay.
Yep. Just like, yep.
I think that Yeah, I think after Gunnar's on the couch, I probably am a little kind of shaken still, even though I'm feeling better, thanks in part to Gunnar. I'm going to walk towards the door and kind of just look out or look at them, I guess no longer fighting, right? And say, is everything all right out here?
Yeah, it's fine.
I think I have my back to the stairs. And I am swaying back and forth, looking down at Fen. I think I'm a few steps up. We were equal height, and he changed, and now I'm a little taller than him because of the steps, and I sway, and blood is gushing from my chest and collar, and I try to catch myself, but I don't realize that thinking about there's a step in front of me, and I stumble forward, about to fall.
I'll catch him.
No. Those of you listening to the fucking podcast version of this, you have to go and watch this moment because Orcish literally does a girlish glance over to Greg to see if he's like, I'll catch him. Okay. I'm not making it up. It happened. Go and look.
Bring him inside. Bring him inside. Bring him inside.
Listen to me, audio viewers. That is not true.
Listen to me, audio viewers. It's 110% true. I wouldn't lie to you about something like this.
I'm gonna believe Greg's voice because it's deep and gravelly like a dragon's. Also,
What is that
can you describe how you catch him?
So I'm stumbling. So it's like a jerky motion where I'm trying to catch myself, and then all of a sudden my shoulder would probably be hitting your chest.
Wait, aren't we going up the stairs and my back is to you?
No. I think my back, because I led you in the front door. I imagine that I led you in the front door, and our fight kind of took us a few steps up the stairs.
Yeah, because he said follow, right?
Yeah, I'm following you.
He was chasing me, right, and swiping at me.
Yeah.
And I think I went up the stairs a little bit, and then he changed. So I'm like on step 5, and you're on like step 1 or 2.
Okay.
And then I'm falling down.
Yeah, so you fall backwards into him.
No, I'm facing. We're facing each other.
Oh,
right?
okay. I thought you had told him. It's fine. Yeah, whatever you guys want to say. I just thought you had said follow and had already started going inside, but I like this. This is very, very good.
Oh,
I have no idea. Go for it. This is way cooler. For sure. Doesn't matter to me.
So you're falling face first towards me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to get you over my shoulder. I'm not going to do a firefighter carry, but you're like over my shoulder. That's it. You're falling. Your chest hits my chest. So I'm going to grab you almost from like right below your armpits. And then I'm going to put you over my shoulder.
How do your chests hit each other and nothing else? Where are your heads? Where are your mouths? Guys, I'm so sorry, dudes. I'm so sorry. I'm pulling it. I'm reining it in. I'm getting it together. I'm locking in.
I hope everyone's ready to just be in this apartment for the whole episode.
Did you wanna?
It's taking us 20 minutes to get upstairs.
Deathless, where they are in 3 areas total throughout the whole show.
Before I continue, were you curious about any other body parts, or?
No. This is a slow burn. We're not rushing it.
Okay, sorry.
Fen, bring him up here, quick! Shh. Bring him up here, quickly.
I'm going as fast as I can. I don't know why I'm putting on a show, and I just go up the stairs because I'm very strong, and he can't be like as heavy as, I don't know, a car or a van.
Yeah.
So I'm going up, and I look at Esteban. He's probably going to need some help.
Bring him inside. Bring him inside.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm going.
It is good to see you again, like this.
Yeah. Sure, whatever. I'm going to go over to the... I walk in, I cross the threshold, and I think I would notice that the place is inverted because I spent most of my time in this apartment staring at the door waiting for Constantine to come home. So I feel like I have a pretty good idea of the layout. So I would just say this is a bit different, huh? And I look at Cora.
I'm in bed still.
She's in bed still.
Oh. Well, then I don't look at Cora. I look at Esteban.
I run into the other room and look at Cora. So Gunnar he's out cold on the couch. I said, bring him here, bring him here, bring him into the floor in the kitchen. It's easier to clean up.
Yeah, okay, all right, fine. And I, not so gently, just kind of throw him on the floor.
I am so sorry. In all of the hubbub, Stalker is bleeding, you said. From whence do you bleed, good sir?
I think, well, I think I'm bleeding from a lot of different places.
Mm-hmm.
Mechanically, I have 2 out of 10 health, so I think
I'm
bleeding from the last claw, like, gash that he gave me, but I think the rest of it you may not notice immediately.
Okay.
But like my cloak and shirt is soaked in blood.
Yeah, how much did he do to you versus the rest? 2 out of 10 is pretty big.
I want to say he did 4 damage to me.
Yeah, okay.
With 2 different hits.
Okay, will you do me a favor and roll for me, please? It is going to be under... Actually, just roll me a flat D100. Same with Fen and Esteban. Oh, well, Fen and Esteban, you're going to roll mind, please. That's your governing stat, right? Stalker? Yours is for your magic is mind, right? For now, anyway. I think it is.
Okay.
Like if we were only,
it is for its layers and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
the
that's the one I
obfuscation
want.
stuff. Yeah.
Yep, that's the one I want. Okay.
Any difficulty?
So wait, did you want me to do a flat 100
You
or did
do
you want
flat
me to
D100. You do flat
okay.
D100, and these two are going to do a mind roll. The difficulty is going to be 30, please.
Oh.
I failed. 35.
Whoa, close.
82.
Okay. And then what yours was a 64, Stalker?
That's right, yeah.
Okay. So Fen, what does home smell like to you?
Home smells like an open field to me.
You get a faint smell of an open field when he's like bleeding on or around you right now.
Oh. I look at Esteban. You smell that?
I don't know. It smells like blood.
You get to roll again, Esteban, and you can have a 10 shift. So that'll make your difficulty 40 instead of 30.
34. I have succeeded.
What does home smell like to you?
That is a tough question. In this moment, I will say the smell is like the ocean.
Yeah, that's what I would have guessed as well. Okay, so then I think that's what it smells like to you as well.
It smells like the sea.
The open field. The sea, you said?
It smells like salt.
It smells like grass with a hint of dew and sunflowers to me. Nice open.
How very strange. I am going to get towels or something to help clean this up, but you have to feed him to help him. That is what I did to Cora. And she's feeling much better now.
What am I going to feed him with? Oh, the fridge.
There is nothing in the fridge.
There might be something in the fridge.
I have looked already when to feed Cora. She had to drink from my arm. I cannot do this again.
Hey, listen, all I know is we came out of that crypt and everything's different. So if we're not looking at something, maybe it'll appear.
I pull open the fridge.
You can roll if you want. It's going to be another mind roll. I have a very particular question for you. How much of Stalker's blood is on you?
Is on me?
Yeah.
I would imagine a lot. I was carrying him with
I
his
imagine a lot as well.
Gaping chest, just like it's all over. Probably my shirt's super bloody. I'm probably going to need a new shirt.
Yeah, okay. Difficulty's 30.
Failure, 70. Not even close.
Nothing's in the fridge.
You see?
Well, I don't know what's going to happen if I feed him my blood. I don't even know what's going on with my blood right now. It could make him worse. I think I've already done enough damage for one day.
But then at least... I assume his wounds are a little bit too big to lick.
I look at this huge... The hole's got to be huge because my wolf hand was ginormous. look at this like gaping wound. It's gonna need a lot of licks. I don't think it's gonna do it.
All right, wait here, and I run out of the room for a moment.
All right, fine. I go
over to knock on the bathroom door. I've knocked everything over. This is how urgent it is. That was just my light, don't worry. It's more moody now.
Yeah? Hello?
Constantine, how are you feeling? We have a very injured person here. We need to help. Can I grab a towel or something from there?
Oh, scheisse. I'm rushing to get out of the bath, and
It is Stalker. He is bleeding all over the kitchen.
What happened?
I do not know.
Towels. I'm rushing to get my clothes back on. Pulling towels off of the racks. Throw the door open. My hair is probably like not completely wet. It's like half wet, as though I didn't put my head under. And I just.
I will say probably.
But so I'm so sorry. It's totally fine.
Yes.
But you did. You
I
fully
did.
submerged
Then
yourself because you couldn't
you.
breathe, or you didn't need to breathe. Yep.
You're right. I completely forgot. Apologies, retcon.
You're good. You're good.
My hair is completely soaking wet as I stare at you.
It seems like I'm being nitpicky, but I imagine I just know in advance because we're doing reality shit that these kind of details are going to matter at some point if they don't already.
Yeah, I would also prefer to not have forgotten. I whipped the door open. What is wrong?
Come. He's in the kitchen. He's bleeding. A giant hole in his chest. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I rush. I follow. What? How did he get a hole in his chest?
I believe probably that is as we are walking into the kitchen. And look, Fanny's back.
Hi.
Oh, hello. Hello, Fen. How did this happen? I crouch down in front of Stalker, and I'm looking at the damage.
He fought me.
He fought you.
I did this.
As a wolf?
Yeah.
I look back at Stalker. You're not... have you lost consciousness?
No, I think
No.
I'm kind of... My eyes are kind of rolling around. Sometimes I'm nodding off. I'm holding my chest and kind of... It looks like I'm sort of just looking around at all of you, trying to focus. My eyes are narrowing.
I would like to sort of cup your face and kind of angle it towards mine and lean in. Stalker, can you hear me?
Yes.
I need you to tell me. I switch tactics and I put my hand on, like, just under your neck, like on your chest here, probably above the wound. And I would like to feel how I could heal you best. Like to feel for the thing that would soothe you the most. So what would I be rolling?
Yours is social. I think we decided your main stat is going to be that. If we haven't fully switched, like I would suggest you fully switching your dine over there, because that's where I'm going to have you roll for now. So if you need to bump your dine up to your charisma, I would just go ahead and do that. But that's where I'm going to have you roll from now
on. Can you remind me which one soul mind, which one is charisma based? Or
Soul.
Soul?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'll just switch that.
Is your Riz.
My Riz.
Not sure if this matters for the roll, but I want to say it now in case it does.
Yeah.
Stalker would be as closed off as he can be in this state.
Yeah, I think so too. I also think, Constantine, I don't know if you've ever seen a vampire about to die, but I think it's pretty clear to you that he is having a hard time focusing on you. I imagine his eyes are dilating a little bit like a cat's, and then back and forth as he's trying to focus on you. And I think when he says yes, he sees you, but he's looking right through you.
Yeah, okay.
He's sweating a bit. He's bleeding a lot. And it's almost like, I mean, yes, we know he was injured by Fen, but he was also injured during that fight, and he kept it together until he walked through that threshold. So it's almost like it all hit him all at once. But he looks really bad. He looks really rough.
Before I roll, I would like to try something first, and if it doesn't work, then I would like to roll.
Sure.
Your crossbow, it's on you?
It's on a strap over my shoulder.
I fuss to get it off of the strap and to pull. Is that possible? Sorry, go ahead.
I would weakly, try to paw at whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be able to
I would
stop
then, I would then take the hand that you're using to weakly paw at me, and put it on the crossbow. And I want to put your hands on the crossbow as though you're holding it, and then aim it towards my chest, making sure it's not loaded.
Okay.
I would like to,
de-dock
any loading.
Yeah.
Aim it towards my chest, and then I would like to grab your forearm firmly and try to heal you this way.
Holy shit. Okay. Oh my God. Am I understanding this correctly in that you're trying to get him to feel safe?
Yes.
This is your attempt to get him to feel safe with you. Okay. I can't decide that. Only Stalker can let us know if this act of familiar, I am pointing the thing, I have this weapon and I'm safe, if that would actually make him feel safe in this moment. Or safe enough.
It's a tough call, I think. I'm barely conscious.
Yeah. I think
and I think that floating in and out of a dream state for me is natural. So I don't know if I'm seeing you at all.
But are you feeling the crossbow in your hand?
Yeah, I also think while flowing in and out of a dream state is natural for you, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you've ever been this close to death before. So,
no.
Yeah, this is also otherworld mechanics and death. So even if you were close to VTM, vampiric death, it's very different from, I would imagine, what this feels like. But yeah, it's up to you. That was
so
just
you're
me
saying
giving
this
you more
is
info.
This would be a very strange sensation?
To you, I would imagine so, because your magic is different here. It feels different here. Then it would make sense that, dying or getting close to death or being very powerful, all of these are new sensations for all of you. So I think this is a very different feeling.
I think what I'm trying to do is create a physical
grounding,
familiar, tactile thing, something that you can actually hold on to that feels familiar, that you've touched 1,000 times.
That would keep you here. Yeah.
I like the crossbow in my hand.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, then I think you can have a shift when you roll, Mergs, which is, I think, what you were attempting to do.
Yes, yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
May I ask my target difficulty?
40.
Okay. Oh.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
That's an 11 doubles for those listening, and we're all just reacting for a second. Wow, okay. Take it away. I will step in if need be, but otherwise, what happens?
Yeah, so I grab your hand. I put your hand on the trigger of this crossbow. I'm supporting it, but I'm allowing you to feel its weight. And my other hand is still on your chest, just above the wound. And it's not that I'm trying to focus on the wound. It's that I'm focusing on you, because you are a whole thing. I'm not focusing on the thing that makes you less whole. I'm focusing on the thing that you are, which is already whole. And I'm just pleading for your flesh to knit back together, telling it that it wants to be together. It doesn't want to be apart.
Now, when we discussed your class last, I believe the conclusion we came to is that the person that you're healing would get to have some sort of intimacy with you, vulnerability on your end. So I think the best way for us to do that is, I think he experiences a memory of yours, something that you probably wouldn't. It's not necessarily your deepest, darkest moment or your happiest, most sacred moment, but it's also not something you would tell a stranger.
Okay, not my deepest, darkest moment. I am walking the streets of Berlin. I'm on a date. I don't know this man very well, but he's sweet, kind, a bit naive. We've maybe seen each other a few times. He does not yet know what I am, but he pursued me intently. And my fear about what I am and that he was mortal was cracked by his persistence. He'd been on the edge of my vision for a while, but in no way was he incredibly close to me, you know? But it would be foolish to say that I didn't care. I was not young, but not as old as I am now. And I had just sort of started thinking about dating instead of having fun. He was insistent that he wanted to do it the right way. We were out in the street and there was a fight happening of some kind, and I approached to find out what was going on. And it is a flurry to me, something that I'm confused about with my senses, that I lost track of time within the movements of what happened. But he was shot, and he bled out in my lap. And I left him on the street because I didn't know what else to do. He was dead. I stayed with him until he was gone. But I thought, who would I call? No one would have stopped to find out what happened to him if they knew why we were out together. And what do I call them? Mortal, Polizei, or guards, or... So I stumbled back to my bar, thinking how easily a small hole can make someone leak out until they're gone.
Follow-up question. I know what I think would be... I know I have an answer to this question. So if you don't, I have one. Don't worry. But I'm curious how you view your power. Do you think you know what memory he just experienced? Or do you think when you do this, it is just a shot in the dark and you have no idea?
It's definitely undirected. Like, I wouldn't have chosen it.
No, you don't choose it. That's part of the power, right?
Yeah. And I think we experience it together. And I think that he knows that he's getting that one in this moment.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to posit another offer, and you can choose.
Yes.
It doesn't matter to me either way, because it's how you view the power. But I think you're more vulnerable if you know he has experienced something of yours, but you don't know what it is. I think that's scarier, personally.
All right. I don't like it, but I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's the nature of the power, is that you feel seen and vulnerable. Okay. Yeah. So then that is what you would experience, Stalker, as you are healed.
Can I ask a couple questions?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How am I experiencing this from, like, first person?
Yeah.
His point of view.
Yep. You're experiencing it from constant. Yes, absolutely. When it's over, I know you're in kind of delirium right now, but when it's over and you reflect back on it, you will understand the nature of his healing ability is that he has to, he sheds a part of himself as he's doing it. And so, you got to experience it from his perspective, but you're acutely aware that it was his perspective.
All right.
Go ahead and roll a 1d4. Mergs and double it.
Okay.
You gain back 2 health, putting you at 4. She rolled a 1 for those listening. You gain back, but to me, the dice don't lie. It makes sense. It's a new to you version of your power, so it makes sense, even though it was an 11. But you do stop bleeding, and you can actually remove either. No, I'm sorry, I take that back. You can remove your one oblivion, but you're going to keep your 2 burn.
If this helps, I don't know if it would make a difference, but with that healing, like I said before, Stalker would be as resistant as he can be with the little strength that he has. So maybe that contributed to this a little. I don't know. To the low roll there.
Yeah.
Can I posit something even more?
Mm-hmm.
I think that I don't even know that memory has been taken.
Yeah.
That's part of how this goes. I don't think that I even know that that's how this functions.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The memory is gone. You no longer...
Oh, no. I have it.
He has it, but he doesn't know that you know. He doesn't know that you have experienced it.
That you witnessed it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's better, because I was just
it makes total sense because you haven't
this for the first time.
Yeah, you haven't been in this world. You don't know that that's how that works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless someone tells you, and then it's your choice on who you heal, I guess. Yep, that makes sense.
Okay. So I just look at you with no change in expression. I'm just watching the bleeding stop, and I'm feeling like, okay, I did something good, but I have no clue.
I think as this is happening, Constantine, you will see his skin knit back together. He is no longer bleeding profusely. And I think around the wounds that were open and now have closed, you'll see immediate bruising blossom, almost as if you've kind of sped up that healing a little bit. And,
I will run my hand down over where the wound was and kind of touch the flesh that has sealed up. Beautiful like a painting.
How much better do I feel?
That's such a tough question.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 health, but it was 11s, but we had a roll for the health. So you only get 2 health back, but your oblivion is gone. So you're at 4 out of 10, but you've got 2 burn as well. So probably still rough, but you can be conscious and talking and speaking. But your body probably aches. It's up to you to kind of determine. I don't know what Stalker's been through, or if he's been in fights that leave him like this before, or, you know, it's totally up to you, but you're not on death's door anymore. That's for sure.
As his hand goes over the wound, my own hand shoots out and grabs his wrist. My eyes narrow and focus.
I hold your gaze.
I look around the kitchen. Where are we?
You are in Cora's apartment. You had a fight.
And what did you do to me?
Well, looking at what I see here, it seems I spared your life. It was not looking good. I think I have healed you. A touch.
I think I might start getting maybe flashes of this memory. You healed me. But what else did you do to me?
I do not know. Did I do anything else?
I'm still holding onto your wrist.
And the crossbow, right? Yep, okay.
I pull you closer to you and try to lean to your ear.
Do you resist, Constantine? I think you could if you wanted to. He's in a weakened state.
I think I instinctively start to resist, but then I let go and I lean forward.
You played with my mind.
Hardly. I do not think I possess such abilities. I put the crossbow in your hand. I healed your wound. That is all.
What was his name?
What are you talking about?
You were walking with him.
What are you talking about?
You put this in my mind. And I let him go and rest my head back.
I stagger back. I pull my hand away really quickly. Like I'm burned. And I take a couple steps back. He will live. And then I walk out of the room.
Well, I suppose that was better than letting him feed from you.
Yeah. Suppose. I'm gonna go over to Stalker.
I'm going to leave the room to go check on Constantine.
Do you need to sit down or something? I'm avoiding Stalker's eyes, making eye contact.
Yeah. Where are we again?
We're at Cora's apartment, but it's inverted. That's why it looks weird to you. I think the walls are a different color too. Why?
Can I make a roll to see what kind of shape my mind is in right now? Like if I'm
Sure.
I think I'm just gonna do 100 D100.
Are you trying to leave it up to chance, or is it because you're just not sure with the new mechanics, or because I can help, or we can just leave it up to chance? I'm fine. It's just really hard with the way that the system is set up to succeed at rolls, and I don't want you to fail if you don't have to, unless you want to, which is fine.
Well, yeah, like I know that like just 10, 15 minutes ago, I like looked in the window and this place looked very different, and then all that stuff happened. But I also just had like I'm exhausted, and I'm still pretty tired even after the healing, and I'm pretty injured, and I'm just like, how foggy is my brain? Am I gonna be able to think like that, or am I just thinking like I just want to go? Like
so
am I
you're
messed
kind
up
of just
enough to
leaving
just
it up
like
to
I'm
chance.
just going to bed?
Yeah, that's fine. Why don't we go ahead and roll your strong stat, which is your mind, instead of flat D100, and we'll go 50-50.
Okay. I do have to ask you a question about that if we're rolling mind. Am I shifting over my dying stuff to my mind? Does that include the increased number?
Yes.
Okay, because my dying is 33 and my mind is 33 right now. So should I put my mind at 36 or leave it?
Yeah, you can put it at 36. We're merging them anyway. Yep.
Okay.
We just won't be rolling the dying at the moment. I'm testing some things out.
All right, then I'll roll my mind, and I was just going to do a 50-50.
Yeah, 50-50 works.
Okay. I got a 53 for those listening. I think I look at Ben, and what was exactly the last thing you said? Do you remember? Was it this is Cora's?
This is Cora's apartment, but it's
yeah.
But it's inverted.
And I think the walls are a different color too. That's what I said.
Nothing makes sense here. Someone is fucking with us.
What do you mean? Who's fucking with us?
I think I tried to like kind of brush past you and move to the corner, and when you ask that, I stop and turn back. If I knew that, we'd be one step closer to being free of them.
Why would they be fucking with us? Why would someone free us and then just fuck with us? Why not just leave us down there and fuck with us down there? Doesn't make any sense.
I'm not sure they did for you.
Then how did we get out?
I was looking for you.
You're looking for me because you thought that I killed my bond.
That's part of it.
Well, what's the other part?
Curiosity. And then I continue stumbling towards just a corner in the kitchen.
I got a curiosity for you. Why do you smell like two different things to two different beings?
I narrow my eyes.
Specifically. I cross my arms. Still avoiding eye contact.
This place is a web of mysteries.
Yeah. And I find it interesting that the two people that freed us or responsible with us getting out are the least talkative of the group.
Really?
Yeah. So if a higher purpose didn't manipulate you or Cora to let us out, and you did that of your own free will, why? You're just curious. You just wanted to look at me.
The crimes committed against you four are very unusual, and I heard a rumor. I wasn't just there, thinking perhaps I could find you, but perhaps I could investigate a far worse crime.
What was that crime? My crime?
I cock my head and furrow my brow. What happened to the four of you?
What do you mean?
Locked up like that.
I already told you I don't remember fully.
I know. But whoever did it likely deserves a stake.
Yeah, and I remember our arrangement. Still honoring it, clearly. I'm more curious while you're answering my questions with more questions.
I have given the four of you more information than I have ever given anyone outside of my order. I have been very cooperative. I have been trying to help us all.
Uh-huh. So then why do you smell like two different things to two different beings? Other than this place is a web of bullshit.
Why is this apartment different? Why is everything different? Why is your other personality different?
That's actually really insensitive to say. It's not another... I don't have another person. That doesn't fucking matter. So you're suggesting that everyone's shit is just fucky? Is that what you're saying?
I make a rare hand gesture. Usually my hands are at my sides and I'm just standing straight backed, and I sort of open my hands in a gesture and say, apologies if I offended you. I do not know much of your lifestyle condition.
Jesus Christ, dude. It's fine. Just stop apologizing. It's weird.
Very well. But yes, in your eloquent description, shit is in fact fucky.
But... okay. So... your power comes from your blood? If my power comes from my wolf, and yours comes from your blood, and that's why it's different. But then, how come no one else smells that differently?
While you're talking to me, I put a hand against the kitchen wall and lower myself to the floor. I sit down.
I would have helped you down.
I'm so sorry. This is such a loaded question. I don't mean to interrupt, but I have to. Is your own blood on your hand?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Roll for me. Mind again, please. Difficulty 30.
A 90.
Okay. Please continue. You are helped down by Fen. There's maybe you're leaving a smear of blood on the wall a little bit as he helps you down.
I rest my back against the wall. My knees are up and my arms are resting on them as my head is bowed. I'm sorry, what?
That doesn't matter. It's just... I'm not saying that I don't believe you. But it's just weird that you smell like how I remember my home to be. And I've not smelt that in a very long time.
And I smell differently to someone else.
Yeah. Which I'm assuming is also their home.
I think I think we will all soon discover where our strength comes from here.
And that is a perfect moment to switch scenes. Gunnar. Oh, you all thought I was going to Esteban and Constantine, didn't you? No. Gunnar, would you like to roll me your body, please? Difficulty 30.
Sure. $30, right?
Yep.
Rolled a 91. Fail.
Okay. You dream. Unfortunately, it is not a pleasant one. Would you walk us through what you dream?
Yeah, I collapsed on the couch. First, I fell down face first, where I laid straight. But as time went on, I curl slowly into the fetal position. And I lay on the couch with my knees tucked to my chest and my head tucked in tight. You know, I've lived the past hour of my life many times after a battle, after a hard fight. All you want to do is sleep. Get your strength back. That's what I was trying to do. But I'm afraid my mind went elsewhere. But there I am, curled into a ball. Sticks and bones pierce into my side. I am in a nest where people come to die. But I don't see anything here. I'm alone. Start to try and stand, but I am too weak. The battle was very hard on most of us. And some of us never made it back to camp. You see, there's been a very, very strange thing going on where people or wounded have been going missing. I get up, and in my hand is a skull. And the force of me trying to raise myself up, I break it in my hand. And I scream. Am I here? Is this where she wants me? Is it my turn? I rise and stare down the bellows of the nest. Thorns and sticks and bones and blood stains those same sticks. At the end, I think I see her. Is it you? Have you come to eat me too? And I take a step forward, and a stick goes through my foot, and I scream again. I fall forward. There. There. That's all I can remember of this dream. First dream I've had.
Goddamn. Thank you. And we switch scenes. Aura. Would you like to roll me mind, please? Difficulty 30. That is a 44, which with a difficulty of 30 is doubles failure. You dream, and unfortunately it is not a pleasant one. Would you care to walk us through?
I think even though with Esteban's leave, I'm physically healed more than I once was, I think mentally I'd still be stuck in that place where we both were, he and I. I think I would be dreaming in confusion. I think I would feel like I was wandering a dreamscape, trying to find the way out, but not being able to. And I think at the time with how confused my thoughts and emotions would be,
He would also create a surrealist landscape in the dream where I would just be moving from scene to scene, images ripping, bleeding into each other, stretching. I would feel exposed, like anything could fall upon me. I would see images that were familiar to me, but in this place they feel eerie, threatening. Slabs of raw meat hanging on hooks. The scent of decaying flowers. In a nice white vase, but with the smell of death around them. Other kinds of flowers strewn across the ground, leading to a coffin. The top of it open, a form inside I don't recognize. But instead of looking put together and presentable to the living, it's decayed. Skin leathery, drawn over a gaunt face, bones sticking out. Sockets dark. I try to get to something that I recognize, something that will bring me peace, comfort, familiarity, anything. But as I wander, I don't find relief. Instead, I wander into a thicket of shadows. At first, I think they're trees, but then I see that they're people, or at least human-esque forms, stretched and tall, their arms interlinking above me, forming a cage above my head, around me. It's hard to move through them, and as I move through them, their limbs tug at me, try to hold on to my arms, my legs, my neck, my hair, trying to pull me into them. The whole time I'm trying to follow some faint glimmer of light in the distance, but wondering if I'll ever get there. And as dreams do, the forest melts away. And then I'm just hanging in emptiness, in darkness, feeling like with every passing moment, everything that is me is just bleeding away from me. My skin dripping off of my bones, my mind stretching into the past, into the future, stretching so far that I can't hold it together anymore. And I think it's in that moment that I just drift, too tired to fight it. I think when you let go and you drift, that feeling, that presence of your passenger will present itself. He will come up and cradle you in this darkness. This feeling of floating, of falling away, of being trapped somewhere with no escape. You freed him from 250 years of being trapped. It's not the first time, it's not the longest time, nor will it be the last time. And you feel all of this. He says nothing, but you can feel his understanding of his own future. And in a strange way, with that 44 failure doubles, he is going to give you a bit of his patience, which may seem like a gift. But we are talking about an entity that has survived a long, long, long time. And often, that time is nothing but waiting and emptiness. So I imagine this is a bit of a double-edged sword here. And you may take this and run with it however you may.
Moving on from here or in this moment?
Both.
I think the way that would feel is probably soothing in that I do recognize it as patience and calmness. But it's like drinking a really cold drink on an empty stomach. It fills me up with ice and a little bit of the warmth that I try to cling to is taken away.
Yeah. There's a little bit of numbness required to be this patient, I think.
Yep.
And there's probably a tiny, tiny bit with that 44 doubles of vindictiveness, of venom, of what comes after the patience. And that is the joy of the strike, of the feast, of what you will get when you're released. You may wake with that 44 doubles. And we're going to switch scenes. Thank you, by the way, both of you. That was incredible. Holy shit. Constantine and Esteban.
Now hold on. Like,
Yeah, huh?
clearly you gave them warning beforehand, and Mergs and I got none. So can we have some warning?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just commenting. That was so good. It feels like they had it written out.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Fucking crazy.
We can give
Holy
you 5
shit.
minutes if you want. We'll just take
To
5
script it?
right
Thank
now
you.
to just
Yeah,
write it
thank
out.
you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And thank you.
So, Esteban, you're very hot.
Gracias.
Holy shit, that was so
Constantine.
good. I feel like you need to smoke a cigarette after both of those scenes. That was so incredible. Good luck, you two. I'm glad it's not me.
No, just lower the expectations now, everybody. Lower them now.
All right, where are you actually? Where you went off?
Let
back
us
off to the
close our
bathroom?
eyes and have a dream together.
Get your shit together. Let's go.
Locking the fuck in.
Well,
I
where
left
did
the room.
Constantine walk off to? Yeah.
Yeah.
I left the room.
Retreated to the tub. I'm sorry.
No. Is there a balcony? There's a balcony, right? There's like a
Fire escape?
A fire escape
That
situation.
is the question for Cora. It's her apartment.
Well,
And
I
then
think
I may step in.
Stalker had peeked in from there too, right?
Yes. Well, he took a fire escape, but I just want to see if there's a balcony.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those like New Orleans styles where they
Yep.
have like the long balconies.
Oh, cool.
Along the outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Then
I
I have
think
migrated to the
There
balcony.
isn't typically fire escapes either in that New Orleans like architecture. So I think I'm just going to say he probably went up maybe a back staircase because they will often have like those staircases that you walk up before you get into the series of apartments. So if that's okay, I will retcon that and say that that's what you walked up before to check the window. Okay. Yep. So you're out on the balcony.
Yeah, I've gone out for some air, and the view from the balcony, like, can I see any of the city or anything from where I am? How high are we? Probably not super high, huh? Like 2 stories or something?
Yeah, three. Yeah, third
3.
floor. So again, typical for the New Orleans architecture is to have like a little courtyard in your backyard so that you can see maybe other apartments. Maybe there's like, a couple of places to sit and at a table and enjoy your afternoon lunch, but you kind of have this enclosed space between the buildings next to you and across from you. So
Okay.
I don't think you've got, you don't have a 14-story view of the city or anything like that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, I'm just out on the balcony then, and I'm my arms are crossed, and I'm leaning and looking up at the stars. I assume you come to find me.
I was letting you have a moment. I see.
Oh.
He's writing.
I think
right now.
I walk out. Yeah, hold on. I'm reading the DM. Okay. Yeah, I walk out onto the balcony, and I think I lean on it next to him, next to you.
It's funny. The stars are all different. They're not familiar at all. I suppose they're still stars, though. So there's that.
I have a question, a PBU question. Are the ways the stars arranged in the sky different in this world than the one we previously were?
Roll for me. That's such a good question.
Just a regular D100?
No. There is
yeah.
an answer. Yep. So you go ahead and roll your mind.
Okay, let me just add in my dying to this. Okay.
Difficulty is going to be 30 because you've never been here either in this part of the world. Have you?
Nope.
Oh, wait. Have you?
Nope.
Okay. I didn't think so. Okay. Go ahead.
Well, just I guess it was to ask too, well, because then I definitely wouldn't.
This is why
now
I had
that I'm
roll.
overthinking it. Yeah.
You are overthinking it because the answer, it would have been so easy for me to just say, well, you've never been to this part of the world. So, of course, the sky looks different to you. But that's why I was having you roll to see if maybe there was something else magical that tells you.
Okay.
Yeah, the stars look completely. So because it is a failure, I will say the stars look completely different to you. It's something that I do think, however, you were a seasoned sailor. And you used the stars to navigate. So even with the 79 failure, I think there's maybe a constellation or two you might recognize, but it's positioned differently in the sky.
That's
so you're
all
able
I
to
was
go,
really asking, so I could talk about that. Yeah.
Yep.
What was the last thing you said, Constantine?
I said, yeah, the stars are different.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. That's why I was asking.
At least there's still stars. Yeah.
I look up and I say, well, there are a few that appear to be the same, if in different places. Do you see those 3 in a row right there? Kind of gesturing with the end of my fingers to point at them with 3 fingers.
I'm looking.
This is Orion's belt, the belt of the great hunter in the sky. I am used to seeing it, well, it is there. I'm used to seeing it somewhere back behind this house. But it makes sense. We are in a different part of the world.
How small? So small. Whole lives gone, perhaps in an instant. It has me wondering. You know, it's not a strange thing to think about what was it all for. I think you're mad if you don't wonder every once in a while, but when even the stars don't deign to stay the same, what chance do we? Mayflies on the wind. ready for harvest. There was a time when I was looking forward to seeing those stars never change, despite everything else around me doing so. Being the only thing that didn't. I look down at my hand that's still covered in Stalker's blood. Did you know? I can knit people back together.
This seems to be true. Did you not know this?
No, I did not. Though I wish I had.
It seems you are changing quite a bit as well.
My eyes flicker to you. And I hold your gaze kind of seriously. And then the skin around my eyebrows smooths out. Well, enough of that, shall we? You know, I could use a drink.
Well, there is a beautiful idea if I have ever heard one. There is something very strange about this apartment. I'm sure you have noticed.
Yes, I did. Wrong way around.
Different color as well, see.
But you could see it as this way. An opportunity to see things from another perspective. I wonder how the city has changed.
Well, I have been to one very strange bookstore. And one very dark alleyway, 2 very dark alleyways. So I am more than happy to learn about this place. I believe this change is a gift. Even if it was not the intention of it. And it is one I intend to enjoy as much as possible before we are confronted with the inevitability of our situation.
Yes. Listen, I sort of lean back and I put my hands on your chest and kind of give you like a little tap. What do you say? Getting out there, making them wish they buried us deeper.
I would like to meet some of the locals.
Any information that we can get from such kind individuals, I'm sure. People love to talk, love to hear themselves talk.
See, and I must say the meal we had on our first night was one of the best I have had in 200 years, so I would not mind another. Especially after this evening, I am still feeling a little beat up.
I climb up onto the edge of the balcony and I take a deep breath in, and I remember that moments ago I closed a hole in someone I didn't care about and think about all of the people I once did, and I leap off of the balcony with a grin to Esteban.
I turn around quickly. I run into the apartment. I don't know if anyone sees it, I don't care, but I have to grab my jacket and I run back out of the balcony and I leap off behind him.
half an hour early. I can't fucking end the episode there,
Oh,
you
no.
assholes. But that was
No.
so fucking good. How am I supposed to not do that?
Well, you didn't, so we're still here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am going to switch to Fen and Stalker, however, as you two abscond into the night to hunt together and play together. I also think Fen and Stalker see the two of them, or hear, at least with your super hearing sound, that they leap off the balcony. I will also say that your strength from VTM, if I'm not mistaken, you have to really kind of pump into mechanics that make you kind of dexterous and like almost like you're flying. In PBU, you do not have to do this. So when you leap off this balcony, it is very easy for you to do that, what you envision the stereotypical or Anne Rice kind of like vampiric speed, which is what I imagine all vampires can do that. You don't have to spec into that. So you two can actually do this thing where you're like, shoo, shoo, and you're going through into the shadow and the alleyways together as you go play to begin your hunt. And that is what I am envisioning as you do that. And then we will switch to Stalker and Fen.
He's going somewhere in a hurry.
Stalker just sighs and leans his head back against the wall.
Yeah.
I suppose I can't blame you all for being reckless. It's been so long.
I guess nature is just gonna take over at some point, huh? Even if that nature isn't ours. Do you feel weird here too, Stalker? Besides the smell of your blood.
There are things I can do here that do not make sense.
Yeah, like what?
I'll try to. I'd like to try and demonstrate its layers, but on a smaller scale.
Yeah.
Like maybe phasing a finger through his shirt or something.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. It is going to be terribly, terribly difficult because of the state that you're in. So honestly, I think it'll be like 20 or less.
Okay.
And I think that's being generous. Because I think you've got 2 burns still. And if the difficulty was normally 30, it would basically be you have to roll doubles or a 1. But we'll say under 20 difficulty.
So I move my finger over to your shirt and I just touch it. And then,
like what?
Yeah. Sorry, what?
like my bloody shirt. What do you? I don't understand what you're saying. What was supposed to happen?
Not sure I can explain it. But things are different for all of us. I wonder if those creatures are common.
I hope not. I'd like to see them back home. I'm weaker here. I can feel it. Physically, I mean. Things that I could do, I remember doing, are a little more difficult.
Perhaps it is not weakness, but unfamiliarity.
That's the difference. I never had to be familiar. I was born with all of it.
And in a way, we were all born yesterday.
That's some bullshit. Born yesterday. I didn't know you had a sense of humor.
I furrow my brows. What?
Nothing, never mind. Not a big deal. I'll tell you this, though. I'm not turning back into that. I can't. I don't trust it. Not after what it did to you. And that could have happened to everyone at any moment.
I can't pretend to understand your The longest pause ever exists between them as I stare at him, waiting for guidance on what I'm supposed to say, and then I just say, "Furry friend."
That's even worse. Just, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Not. It has been my experience that denying outright denying what you have and what you are never works out the way you expect. Channeling the parts of you dislike into something else, something useful, tends to work better.
There's no controlling that. It was sneaky. I don't like sneaky.
If there's no controlling it, how did you end up here at all? And how am I still alive? How are any of us?
I don't know. It's like, I think I know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it anyways. Have you ever played a video game, Stalker? With like a friend or a brother? You know what? Let's take it a step back. Have you ever been picked on before?
Picked on?
Have you ever been an outcast and everyone just laughs at you and makes your life just miserable? And you're trying to draw a picture, a really distinct picture. And every time you get focused, someone moves the paper. That's what it's like. That's what happened. Usually when I have a control, by not really having a control, it doesn't make any sense. It's hard to, it's like I can aim, but something from here moved the paper on my aim. I don't like that. I hate that feeling. I'm not going to feel that again.
If you were to ask me how to land a shot and I pat my crossbow on a moving target, I would tell you to wait until it's standing still.
And what if it never stands still?
Then wait until it's inside and you don't have to account for wind or weather.
Perfect environment. Just be patient, is what you're saying. Just wait.
If you must hit the target on your first shot, then yes.
Every time I miss, one of you will die. And we might not get so lucky next time. It might be Constantine that goes first. I don't know. And then who's going to clear that up? And I motion towards his chest. For the first time ever, I'm afraid of what I'll do.
Fear is an excellent motivator. It is also an incredible obstacle. And I lock eyes with him. Which will it be for you?
So what, I just practice going over hurdles until I get it right?
You have a strange thought enter into your mind right now. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but the thought is, and it is not your own, I am at a crossroads.
Is that me or him?
That's you.
Okay. I'm not saying this out loud. I'm using this. I'm at a crossroads. And my mind flashes to an empty street in Chicago. I'm in a I'm at a crossroads, a four-way intersection nothing but detailless buildings and street lamps. It stretches as far as the eye can see. In front of me is a hulking figure. Its color shifts every time I try to focus on it, but its shape remains. I think that's what I'm afraid of. And behind me, directly behind me, is my wolf form. No scars, no different colored fur, just how I remember it. Golden fur. I cross my arms and I look at Stalker. I don't know, man. I don't know. It can't be me. I can't use what I've always used. I can. I think about that imagery again. And I look up at the wolf across the street from me. It's a little bit closer now. Be who I was born to be. Or be what they want me to be. I get up. I pat Stalker's shoulder. Rest up.
Perhaps what you are born to be has yet to reveal itself.
That's what scares me. Hey. What if what reveals itself is even more of a monster than I already am? I'm not kindred, at least I don't think. I'm not used to killing, not innocence. From what I understand, you all have a blessing in that regard. You don't care. Why would you? It's a cheeseburger. But I am one of the shepherd's dogs. And those lamb chops. I understand them, and I'm not so different. My skin burns when it touches sunlight here. I don't know why. Do you have any idea why?
going to assume that that is something I wouldn't have any knowledge about. I don't really know anything about werewolves in VTM.
You also don't have any idea about where you are or why that would, why that would be. Yeah, so.
Perhaps when these truths about ourselves are revealed and we understand our place in this new and strange world, perhaps then you will know how to become who you are meant to be, as you say.
Who I'm meant to be. I adjust my vest. All right, man. You get your rest. I'll figure this shit out. Should probably wake the others anyways. Who knows what Esteban and Constantine are up to?
And that's where we end the session. Holy shit, dudes. You guys are getting so good at that. Holy fuck.
I'm like 2 seconds off. I can
you can
adjust it.
feel it. You can feel it. You can feel it coming, and then
It felt like a longer wait today.
Timing, dude.
Yeah.
I was like,
shit. Yeah, so good. Goddamn. Excellent. I have nothing to say except we're gonna go record the green room, and thank you so much for being here and for watching today. I'm gobsmacked. The RP today was off the charts. It was an excellent episode, and I know that we basically stayed in the apartment whole episode, and you were joking about that. You said, "I hope you guys are ready to stay in the apartment for the whole episode," but
it wasn't a joke.
Yeah.
You could feel it too. It was everyone. It made sense. Everyone's recovered, especially at the heel stalker. It was all that stuff was a big deal. It would have been weird to leave so quickly.
Yeah, there's
Holy shit.
so much that occurred this episode. It was very, very, very good. And I guess we're starting next week with a hunt. Your second one here in this reality.
The hunt for alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
The hunt for a good time.
I see.
I seem to recall a certain bar that may have blood nearby.
Oh boy. Okay, that's it. Does anybody have any last words? And boy, that makes it sound like you're all dying next week.
We're all dead. Tune in next week. New cast. Everyone. That's it. TPK.
Before we go record the green room.
Hakuna Matata.
Yep.
It means no worries.
Hakuna Matata.
For the rest of your days.
What a wonderful word.
Oh, I'm feeling low again. Ain't shit I owe to them. They don't wanna let it go. Oh, I'm feeling low again. Ain't shit I owe to them. They don't wanna let it go. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know how to treat me, no. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know how to treat me, no.
Well, I have never seduced an American before. How hard do you think it is?
I have no idea. There are certain things they like, right? I have not met many. What is, perhaps we can ask someone in this place right here. Blockbuster Video? He's very bright. There are still people inside. Let us go.
Are those books?
Oh, maybe they have the book we need.
Something that makes me feel alive. Nothing new under the sun. Running to, running from. I just need someone to help me see the light. But I could never have been ready for this. I think I should start